Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are making these absolutely super delicious fish tacos. Really simple to make, but they taste absolutely delicious. Not too many ingredients, really easy to get hold of, so nothing that you'll have to go miles to try and fetch. I've got some lovely vine tomatoes, I've got a lemon, a lime, some fresh mint, some fresh coriander. My fish of choice is a smoked haddock. Now try and get one with the skin on if you can, because it goes nice and crispy. You don't need to use smoked fish, but I prefer the flavour. I've got some curry powder, some natural Greek yoghurt, a red onion and a carrot, a little bit of salt for seasoning. Now this bad boy is a big red cabbage. It's nice and crispy in the slaw, which I'll show you to make. You will need a grater for this for the carrot. Some cider vinegar, obviously your corn tortillas, and then I've got some pickled jalapenos. I'm going to start by prepping my fish. So like I say, I've got smoked haddock here. I have got one with the skin on. I much prefer this recipe with the crispy skin of the fish, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. All I'm going to do now is just portion it up into smaller pieces. I've descaled it here so that it's nice and smooth. I'm just cutting it up into smaller pieces just so that I can fit it into a pan and it's much easier to fry. So trim off any of the edges that are going to overcook and be nasty. I've sprinkled over some salt, and now I'm going to go with some curry powder over the top. Just sprinkle it over and make sure that every single nook and cranny is covered. And like I say, the only reason I'm trimming mine down to size is just to make it much easier to fry in the pan. So once you put your salt and your curry powder on, you're going to put this into the fridge and probably leave it for about an hour. What the salt will do is help firm up the fish. Like I say, just make sure that every single nook and cranny is covered. Delicious. So while that's chilling out in the fridge, we're going to get on with making the condiments. So I'm going to make a lovely mint yoghurt here. So obviously I've got some mint and some yoghurt. You're going to want about 3 or 4 tablespoons of yoghurt. It's entirely up to you how much you want. Make sure you take the leaves of the mint off the stems. You're just going to roll it up into a ball and just going to really finely chop it. And then really simply just add that to the yoghurt. Add a pinch of salt for seasoning. Give it a mix, and that's your first one done. This is going to be lovely and cooling against that spicy salsa. Speaking of salsa, let me show you how it's made. So this is a really simple recipe. It can be used with anything, doesn't have to be with these tacos. It's nice as a dipping sauce. But all I'm going to do is just get a quarter of a red onion. Now it's really important that you really finely slice these ingredients and chop them up as small as you can. Otherwise you end up with big chunks in your mouth and it's not great. So now I've got a small bunch of coriander, stalks as well. We're just going to really finely slice that up. And then we just add that to the bowl with the onion. I've got a beautiful tomato here. So these are vine ripened tomatoes, so the flavour is really intense. All I do is top and tail it, cut it into slices, and then once it's in slices, it's really easy to chop and dice into a right small dice. Add that to the bowl with the rest of the ingredients. Next up, I'm going to chop some pickled jalapenos. It's entirely up to you how much of this you put in, but, you know, if you like it hot, put more in. Then we just want a small slice of lemon. I literally just cut the corner off, just enough to do the salsa. You don't want to overpower it with the richness of it. And then I'm going to use 2 caps of an apple cider vinegar. This is just going to give it a bit of tartness in the back and makes it taste absolutely delicious. Next, all you do is just give that a really good mix together, and there you've got a really simple salsa. Next up, we're going to make this slaw, which is going to go with it. It's going to add a nice crunchy element to it. So literally just get yourself a small slice of red cabbage, and again you want to cut this quite fine. So I'm going to slice that up. I'm going to grate my carrot. Don't worry about peeling it or anything like that, just stick it straight through the grater. And then a quarter of a red onion, really finely slice, as thin as you can. You're just going to add that to the bowl, and then what I'm going to do is just going to get some more of that mint and some more of that coriander. Again, take the mint leaves off the stalks because it's way too woody. Roll it up into a bowl, and again, just really finely slice it. Now, this recipe does work fantastic with some fruit in it. If you wanted to add some pineapple to it at this point, it would be absolutely amazing. I just didn't have any pineapple at the time of making this video. So now into a hot pan, I'm just going to add some oil, and then I'm going to add the fish skin side down. Whenever you're doing fish with skin on, you'll cook it 80% with the skin side, and just flip it over and cook the extra 20% on the other side. You can see I've got some nice beautiful crispy skin there, and that will all add flavour to the dish. So once it's cooked, it won't take long at all. See how nice and moist and flaky it is? Just going to break them up into small little flakes. After that, just dry out your pan, and then to a dry pan you're going to add your corn tortillas. It takes about 30 seconds each side. You just want to really heat these up. You're not looking for a great deal of colour. And then it's just really as simple as assembling it, I suppose. So I put the fish on first. Then I go on with a beautiful, beautiful teaspoon of that slaw. That slaw is absolutely delicious. On with the spicy salsa. And then to calm down that salsa, we just add over a little bit of that mint yoghurt. You've got to give this recipe a go, guys. Honestly, it's so simple to do, but it tastes absolutely amazing. Great for parties, great for barbecues, great for the summer weather. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to become part of the family. Leave a super thanks if you can. That'll all help me out, and all profits go to my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.